I am gonna read this because I need to, because life's been kicking me in the fucking ass saying, bitch, get on it. So many, bitch, get on it. And this last time, life literally shoved me down a fucking hill. And by hill, I mean like times 10, almost a mountain, but like not one that had like snow on it, you know? Like not, it wasn't that bad, you know? But it was like, it was a grassy hill, but like there were some rocks and boulders too on the, you know, and I was like stumped, like it was, you know, I was, you know, like when your legs are straight and someone kicks your knee and you're like, boom, like you buckle, like I feel like all of me just like buckled and then I was just like rolling. If there was snow on the hill, you bet I would have been a snowball, a giant snowball. Probably oblong somehow, I don't know. Not a perfect circle. Anyway, yeah, life's been yelling at me. I have not been talking to life too much except for my breath, which I'm gonna talk to you guys about some other time. Like everything that happened there, because that's a long conversation, but I just need to fucking read this. Oh, did you flip over on me, babes? Two of Pentacles. We're gonna read that one for like now, and then I'll ask like specifics. Okay, Two of Pentacles. Oh, you're just too bright. The themes of this are multitasking, priorities, decisions, balancing acts. The main reason I wanted to pull a card is because one of the things I want to do eventually is like show you guys like some of my favorite affirmations, because like some of these cards are really fucking good affirmations that I love and I need to say them more, and also like share them with people because I think everyone could benefit from saying them more, because literally science at me. And let's see, the affirmation, this one's called my hotel before, but it's, when I truly know what I want, I can have it all. When I truly know what I want, I can have it all. And the meaning, it says, is, they say if you want something done, ask a busy person. Inspiration often comes from expending energy in multiple directions, and you're more than capable of doing it all. Just be careful you don't spread yourself too thin. Multitasking works in moderation with organized, deliberate end goals. Your current efforts are bringing you joy, but are they sustainable? It's totally fine if not, as long as you're aware and making decisions with your best interests at heart. And then it like gives a self-care thing. This one's really good because it talks about like the 4-quadrant Eisenhower matrix or whatever, but it like, there's a lot of really good ones. Anyways, I'm gonna say just what's something that we should all keep in mind moving forward. Like me moving forward with this project, what's a message that I really want to get across with like the things that I want to like share with you guys, or like the reason that I'm doing this, I guess, or what could be a benefit, positive. Okay, for like the collective. Yeah, that's like a term. Moon. Tee. There she is. Bubs. I feel like I instantly like hear like reflection of, as in like we're all reflections of, you know, like, and the most powerful thing there is experience and perspective. And like when we're all reflections of, you need to like look in the mirror type of thing. Like I know I don't look in the mirror on myself. You know, like it's a metaphor, but like for real, like look in the mirror. Love yourself, so within, so without. Okay, let's see what the moon says. Sorry. Themes, instinct, illusion, subconscious realm, reflection. It honestly reads me like a book sometimes, or like reads situations like a book sometimes. And I'm not saying that we couldn't have gotten like several other cards that I can think of off the top of my head that I probably would have been like, damn, yeah. But just like certain things I hear too when I'm like doing it sometimes are certain. And one thing I'm gonna say while I'm thinking of it right now, and maybe I'll like put this separate or like chop it up or whatever in editing, is that I'm so broke. It's true. And one of the things I'm working on is, yeah, committing to like my inner landscape and learning things, doing things, and also caring for myself, and also like accepting and like all of that. Like I've always only tried to do stuff by myself and without accepting help from anyone else, and the universe is pulling the rug out from under me on that one. And one of the things like I've been giving my friends readings, and like myself, a plethora of, trust me, I've been reading me, I've been reading myself, because like whether you believe in it or not, everything's energy, you know, like everything is energy, and like I just called out, like reflection of. So it's like the same as what I think tides, moon, the planets, the whatever. I don't think they so much as affect us as they do reflect us, you know, and vice versa. Like we reflect, you know, like I think we're all reflections of, and like that's what's so beautiful. Like you can learn stuff everywhere, and it's just also beautiful. But I think, where was my mind going? Like I just jumped off a cliff and it was really fun. More fun than I've had jumping off a cliff, in fact, like in this physical body, in this real world. Because one time I jumped off a cliff, and I think there's a picture of it, and it's just a keeper. And by that I mean I really hope it's thrown away. But like shout out, because I know it's not. And I'm completely sitting in a chair. I'm in chair pose, looking just like really awkward, and like I slapped the water, and all my butt, my ass, my thigh underneath, red, so red. So red. And I was like this, and I was like, that was a long time ago now. And it was still fun, but like damn. Slaps. Anyways, the moon. I was saying something about the planets reflecting us, but that was gonna lead back to like something like that came from something else. I'm just gonna read this and then we'll see if I remember. Oh, thanks. The meaning. Receiving this card is often a sign that you are, or should be, releasing your sense of control over your emotional, primordial inner world. You have the potential to access deep spiritual knowing at this time, but journeying to the world of the individual and collective unconscious means stirring up old trauma and feeling cut off from your truth. It can also mean connecting to the truth, and that's something few can do. Look at your dreams and find synchronistic patterns and things. Explore your unconscious energy, then release it in a healthy way. That's when answers can come to you. And then the affirmation is, I commit to being more connected to my emotions and inner landscape. And y'all, that's what all this is about. I've been saying, breathing into the body, feeling into the body. Like I've been so disconnected, and I think that so many of us, because everything's about balance, right? Absolutely everything is about like yin yang balance, not to be like but like y'all you get it, right? If not, let's talk about it. I'd be so curious, because I want to learn, like I want to hear, and like the best way to do that is just listen through curiosity and like nothing else really, like curiosity of your own reflection. And so like still all energy, emotion, whatever the feelings, they come back to you because it's just a reflection of you. So you got to bring it back to you, but you're still taking in the reflection as, you know, the beautiful work of art as it is as another human being or plant or planet or whatever. Okay. Anyways, like this whole time it's like I used to never fucking cry. And I'll show you, because I have like this whole thing is the, what is it, the untie my, I made the name once because I'll read you guys a series of poems, jitters, I don't really know what they are, they just come out, poems I guess. They come out like not even necessarily with the intention of sounding like they do, rhyming like they do, whatever they do, but it's like when I feel like overwhelmed, or when I just all of a sudden, you know, get this, I don't know, it like I'm just like, and it usually ends up rhyming, and that's why I'm like scared to kind of read it, because my breath isn't good enough to carry my voice as quickly as my mind can carry layers of thoughts. And then the in-between as quickly as my fingers can type them. So it's like reading what my fingers type so quickly, I'll do my best, because like rhymes go with rhymes too many times, go with like, you know, like it will be repetitive in some places, it's a jitter. But also what I mean by that is like I feel like things that are different rhythms still rhyme with the things out of the rhythm with the, because it's like my mind was going, I don't know. I'll see if I can read it anything like how it like sounded in my head, if I can even remember, because I haven't even really read it since I wrote it. But a lot of them I've read a lot, you know, like, because I think the first one I wrote was probably like 2015. I don't know. It was like when, you know, the depression was boiling. It was bubbling up. And like just amongst all the other things that I had already just frozen out and shut out, because like I think that's how it manifested along with so many things. Is I, from a very young age, you know, when you experience trauma from a young age, especially like if it's in your body or like part of you or something, like you run out of that, like you run, you know. And like, yeah, there's like hereditary stuff with ADHD. Yeah, labels are important because they help you describe how you feel, but everyone's their own mixed bag of thing. Like, even though like maybe ADHD is like an actual thing that everyone has, but like everyone's their own mixed bag based off like, I think, past lives. Honestly, we're getting really like, you know, into it, but like just based on like the experience that they have growing up, nurture versus nature, right? And yeah, reflections of but I think that fuck me in the ass, cause I don't know what I was saying, but I'll find it. I guarantee you that. ADHD. I think that it's also, I'm pretty sure, proven that you can have ADHD from trauma. And what I'm saying is everything's just a survival mechanism. And so finding, like, bringing your way back to a space where you can honor that and then release it. But also, I feel like part of my coping mechanism has been like honoring it and releasing it, but I don't feel it first. I catch it from my body, and I have so many fucking things to talk about that, so I'll talk about it. But like, I have poems from so long ago, and I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna share them with you guys because I have so many times tried to go through and like compile them because I have like so fucking many throughout like the past years, you know, and all of different times, all of like some terrible, you know, whatever, bear with me. They're jitters, but I was compiling them because I needed to see a therapist. I knew that, like, I understand the benefit of even though like I'm a good therapist to myself and like I'm literally fine. Not like a therapist I went to once, like after a few meetings, being like, I don't think you need to be here, and me secretly like, you'll hear stuff in poems and you'll be like, that bitch didn't need to go to, what therapist said that? Well, I was really good at being good, and I'm good always which I am, but I need to shit. You'll hear it, and I need to like feel it. And so like that's what it's all about. So the moon one's just so interesting because I want, through me, like, I just think something's telling me so much that a lot of the stuff that I've gone through, and just like the way that my head works, and like the way that I love, and the way that I, you know, like just like what, I don't know, the more you connect with yourself, the more you connect with like one energy source, whatever you want to call it. And so it's like, and so then therefore like the more your eyes just open to like energy and people and things and as a whole, and the more you get kind of, I feel like, awakened to like what you're supposed to do. But I feel like I've always known in a sense. So like, we'll fucking see, because life's been like saying, you knew what so many times to me. You thought and I'm just sitting there like, sorry, I forgot I had the henna on. But also, we're good friends, and I think we're all like, you know, because you know and I gotta fucking do this shit. Anyway, I was gonna say, if you want to help keep me afloat, to help keep me going in the direction that like I feel like could, you know, create so much love in a lot of places, fingers crossed, hopefully that's the goal, then I think, then let me know if you want. I'll probably try to have other things that I can give you or figure out, because things are just fucking crazy right now. Also, forever ago, I was like, I'm gonna write a book with all of these, so be on the lookout years from now when, you know, we've all loved each other, because we all know each other, because we're all connecting in this space right now and to ourselves at this source. I'm gonna pull one more card. I love you guys. Especially if I post this, then I really fucking love you guys. Like, if you're still here. I don't know why they wouldn't be. Thanks. Anyways, take a sip of water. Oh, I want to put my Venmo somewhere. Which, like, I just feels like an absolute douche doing ever. Like, I've joked about people giving me money, but like I've never actually like put my Venmo anywhere, like giving it to anyone, you know, like never purposely not actually, more often. But I'm struggling over here and I know what I want, and if I know what I want, then I'm gonna get it, according to Two of Pentacles, all of us actually. And the more I have, the more you'll have, because like that's all I want to do this for, you know? Connection. I will give you a tarot reading. And I'm telling you, like, part of it, yes, is like, because I'm still a bitch that prides myself on logic, which is why I find it so funny when I like talk about all this shit, because I'm just like, bitch, for so long, like, you were logic, bitch, and like I still am, and that's what's fucked me up a lot too. But it's all about the balance, right? And the honoring of the, like, out of balance, so you can find the balance. Anyways, I wiped. Your brain just gets literally wiped. Oh, logic. I just got called out hard. Oof, life, y'all. So dial in at, go to venmo.com, don't dial in, go to Venmo and type in my Venmo and pay me if you want me to give you a reading, because I've given my friends readings and it's been crazy how much it's resonated, and it's kind of like a science experience for me. It's a science experience, honestly. Yeah, more so than experiment. That's what I was going for, experiment. Just like when I like ask for people's birth charts or whatever, I'm like, I just want it to be proved wrong, and yet it hasn't. So like that's why I just keep going with it, because I'm like, oh my gosh, it's too right every single time. Like just someone, like I know that I'm asking you to pay me, but it's partly for me so that I can be like, I want someone to be like, nah, that wasn't it. And like I just send like you a video. I could show you guys an example sometime. I'll say that at a different time. Cause yeah, and I just love to like do people's readings, and I do it cheap, obviously, cause like it'd be more so like charity than paying for a service, although I'm not gonna lie, the content would be good. So fucking good. Okay, anyways. Hey babes, I love you so much. What's something that I should keep in mind, or that we should keep in mind when I'm reading this? Breathe at least. Stop it. Ace of Pentacles. Fuck. Okay. Ace of Pentacles, y'all. This is what she be looking like. Ace of Pentacles. The themes are opportunity, prosperous beginnings, offers, and potential. The meaning, you have the potential to grow something great right now. Think of this card as a key that unlocks abundance. Y'all, what am I saying? There's no lack of abundance in the universe. There is no lack of abundance in the universe. And like, I got y'all. You know, like, what's the, oh, this isn't the one. There's one, I'll have to find the ones of like the best affirmations. I'll go through them and share them in a series or something. Key that unlocks abundance. Ask yourself, what seed am I willing to sow today that'll help me create the comfortable, stable life I want? The energy of potential material gain surrounds you right now. It won't always be easy, hard work never is, but the payoff will be worth it. Affirmation, I manifest everything I desire with ease. I manifest everything I desire with ease. I manifest everything I desire with what? Thank you. Okay. I love you. So this is for the thing, untie my mind. There are knots in my body, because like I talk often about, you know, just the balance of the yin, the yang, but also like the mind, the body, the soul, the this, the that, the blah, 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 blah. And I think that, damn, my mind just got like bombarded with like 5,000 watts of information for that. The thing that I was saying, this is 23 minutes long, so I've like nothing. Breathe into body, because I think that physical pain, manifest as mental, manifest as physical, manifest as mental, blah, 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 blah. Like just so within, so without, blah, blah, blah. And I think that yoga has really taught that, and I also have a poem where that title came from, even though that title was really just like blah, 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 blah. Like I'm making a Patreon, I'm broke as fuck, and like this is something I wanted to do, and on Patreon, like I don't have to advertise it, we can just see if anyone shows up. Because like this isn't going to be advertiserable worthy approval. Yeah, it is, they just said. Thanks. Damn. They said we know. And y'all did 2 things. Yeah, untie my mind. There are knots in my body, or maybe the other way around. I'm untie my mind. And also like that's like when you breathe, and that's what I haven't done, is I haven't I haven't reflected it into my body. I've been like kind of like untying my mind, but I've been without doing anything below the neck, really. So it's like still just like running away. So it's, and like that's also I feel like just traits of air, you know, like mind of like, cause like, you know, like Aquarius shit, or just like air dominant place on earth, like whatever's. Everything's everything. Okay. I'm gonna like try to read this without taking up too much more of our time, if that's alright with you. I jittered this out. I don't know what day. I'll see if I'll like write it, if I show this with it, you know. Let me get some breaths in, because I don't even remember what the fuck this says. Why are you here? Some will ask. And I have so many answers. The jitters of my mind are like dancers, reflective of my soul, a radiating world, a way to take the weight away, navigating yang in this world, categorizing pain that you're told will go away, shake it off, but my body shook too much and my skin felt as though it would turn to dust. It was too much, so my mind saved my body and made magic with the pain, gaining yin in my brain, dancing jitters every day. They swirl and they sing, and some float away, they make pictures with their strings of thoughts. I am in awe truly, and I'm sure my body is grateful, but I am not moving. I detached to keep moving, but my movements came from a body with unprocessed abuses, intentions of magic, but not connected enough to do it. Oh, how I want to do it. I want my body to take over the rhythm of my mind, to twirl the jitters, take this space, it's your time, connecting mind and body so my soul can really shine. And do you see her? I catch glimpses now that I'm less scared to look in mirrors, and staring at my fingers that create beauty in so many ways, and more I am seeing the radiating energy shining off this being. I am reflecting the creations of my mind. My body begins to dance as I see my energy entwined with the trees. I see bubbles of auras between their leaves, and I've moved the pebble ever so slightly in the palm of my hand, and to be honest, that was when things seemed more like something I'd plan. And when my life hit the fan and it flew off the wall, bouncing, breaking all of my builded blocks, no matter how small, it reached them. And so you have to crawl again, and you realize as you force your way back into your body that your hands and knees are already bruised. Your whole life, all you've been doing is surviving. You pray for divine timing, but you couldn't feel her. Your mind wasn't crying, too busy analyzing and conspiring ways to move without inviting your body. But now you are starving and she's screaming, needing to be freed and feeling all these feelings. How do I feel when my hands and knees were always bleeding? Am I not my pain now? Did I not play your game now? Am I not made of magic? Did you not shame me and blame me? And did I not still find it? But my mind is overcrowded, feeling feelings, but really all I do is analyze it. I survive it. Did I not survive it? Am I not still surviving, still crawling? My scraped up body may be starving because rent was due and past due bills are piling. So I starve and I sit, but this is my divine timing. She answered my call, and I refuse to go back to the world where people pretend they are living for a living, and thinking the things they are taught to think, and moving not in jitters, not in dances, not in rhythm. Unaligned, they make choices, decisions based on not connecting to the faith, on trusting because you survive solely in grace, reflecting the energies behind my face so I could navigate this place, and now I give it to my body. And even though she's starving, she's never felt so lively. Both in hardships, waves of feeling, things built up, pouring from the ceiling, the ocean in my mind, finally taking time to cry, and it's so freeing. But my cuts fill with salt, and I was bleeding so much, and taking care of myself will never again be so fleeting. I am here now, done surviving. I am living in my feelings, accepting divine timing, and praying for the light after this storm to reflect the energy I shine in, lively and healing, hurting and inspiring. Did I even know my body could move like that? Did I even know my body could sing like that? Like from out of my soul, moving its rhythms into this world, healing myself because I have a story she tells me I need to tell. A story of hurting and loving myself. Stories of jitters that dance through my life. In my mind, I caught so much feeling, and now that I'm feeling, I need to free the stories that no longer serve me, and I acknowledge their essence and beauty, and I am still learning to do it, to give my body my movement. But now that she's starting to dance, she sings in sweet melodies and harmonies with the jitters of my mind. She says she cannot move further until I start accepting what's mine. A world of shared pain shedding away, creating space for creators to create and truly live, dancing in each other's energies. An energy that has to start individually with you and me. So here I am in my body. I radiate. I am seen. One of my answers why I'm here is to free the jitters. I am the dancer. My body holds the rhythm, and so now I am here to move, and I will shed my pain away in the name of grace as I share broken jitters with you, honoring their space and allowing them all to drift out my face. Let's dance together. We are free in what we create. I don't fucking know how that went, y'all. I'm gonna probably try to read it one more time. She's so cute. Okay. Sorry. All because I want flower. Someone say flower? I'm not gonna take one before I read this because like breath and I need to read it and yada yada. Okay.